DeWanna Bonner uses the head fake, and year 15, the 36-year-old. This leading score for the Sun at just under 19 a game. Aaliyah Boston goes to work on Brianna Jones.
The Brianna Jones, Aaliyah Boston match stand, and Bree Jones has been so dominant when she gets deep paint position.
Catch and fire. Bonner sinks a three.
For Connecticut.
Caitlin Clark strong to the rack. And applause from the got her hands in there and stole it. Bonner steps into a three. Yes! Oh, she was exceptional opening night with 16 points. Nice rack attack by Brianna Jones.
The best ability is availability, Brendan. So they say.
I've heard it's loved using that phrase. But yeah, I mean, it hits Harris in the chest. No good from three. Added to Jones and lays it in. Second chance opportunity. Harrington off the mark as Clark steps into a three. Connecticut points. Stays on the floor here. Skip pass to Carrington. Drives on Clark and scores.
Great to see.
Now as she hustles back on defense. Alyssa Smith. Spin move. Floats it and it rattles in. Outstanding in the opener against the Fever, 16 points. The Sun and Bill provide STEM and female mentorship programs across all ages. The run. Harris the jab. Clark defends. Ty Harris drives hard and got fouled. Gust before the game today. And I'd imagine, too, it's a lot easier.
It's hard to prove that to your team and enforce that when you are winning, and those habits as well.
Erica Wheeler's scoop shot, no. Connecticut has numbers. Push pass. Thomas to Carrington. No way. With 7 to fire. Draws a double. Feeds Smith. Sling it outside. And Lexi Hall delivers.
Great extra pass.
Lottery pick as well. One of 5 first-round picks on the roster for Indiana. Harris catch and shoot. She answers.
Ty Harris has.
She had 10 of those in 12 games last year to open the season. An all-star starter, Mariah Jefferson, shoots out. Caitlin Clark in the Fever on May 14th. Bonner's 2 for 2 from 3, making 3 of 3.
Even though that doesn't go in, it's a good shot for Rachel Bannum. The spacing once again and the paint touch led to it.
Connecticut, when it hosted. 6 on the timer for Kelsey Mitchell, who has not scored yet. High off glass, no. Boston is there to clean it up.
Boston in a great.
Ty Harris in at point for Connecticut. Jones, the bounce feed to Bonner. Skills.
And often, she's got no one around her.
20 plus in both meetings with the Fever this year. Hull cuts strong through the paint. Kelsey Mitchell first. He had to use training camp, the back end of it, in the first week of the season to get her back.
By playing hoops. It's wild.
Brianna Jones would say the same. DeWanna Bonner missed it. Put back with 4. Bannum, Mitchell, Jones, and Harris. Caitlin Clark on the bench for Indiana right now as Thomas finagles inside.
More confident coming off of such a performance at Washington.
The game come to her. She's not forcing very much. She's slowing down. It just comes with getting reps in games.
Mitchell for 3, splash.
After a screen gets set, so putting her in those situations is huge.
Tiffany Mitchell buries one.
Wide open.
Point percentage, just under 29%. Clark heaves and rattles one in. Back and forth they go from deep.
Come out of position, get her with the hip.
Clark's in attempted. 89% free throw shooter. Carrington drives. Jones has been working on her three-point shot and connects. Harris with too much room, friendly roll.
They can go to her bench, and a different player on the bench has taken turns in scoring in double figures.
Boston 0 for 2 at the line. Mark in the open court, mismatch Nelson Adota. That means Boston has a height advantage. Drop off, Mitchell scores.
Not just that right off perfectly.
7 for Kelsey Mitchell. Carrington tries to get those 2 right back. Some of these other younger players, a player like Carrington, who's on the precipice of entering her.
That's why Carrington's also going to be in the running for most improved player in this league because of how she just continues to get more and more confidence as Christy.
The line, first trip tonight. The Sun and season, $20 donated to Vitamin Angels, a nonprofit that provides resources.
Point guard, and that's what Alyssa Thomas does. It's why she's such a valuable player to Connecticut. Staying calm is half the battle.
Be more involved here.
Aaliyah Boston is one of the elite post players in this league. She needs to get touches down low in the paint. It's a good finish by Kelsey Mitchell.
Ball has been moving crisply for Connecticut. Hit on some of the hockey assists in this one. Nicely done to Jones, but missed the lay-in. How about another try? Third time's a charm, yes. Offense specifically.
Get to move when the ball is in the air, and right there, that high-low action. Alyssa Thomas is so effective on the backside. Indiana's getting caught ball watching, and that cannot.
Clark have 19. Brianna Jones missed the easy scoop shot. Bonner trying to get a piece. Boston, this newly aligned team with so many young players. The no-look to Jones. Thomas, what a feed. Bonner surveys. Carrington cuts off ball as she does. Second chance for the Fever. Harris tries to stay in front. And Jones.
Somebody on the floor is a threat, not just to score, but also to be a playmaker.
Mitchell, a contested two, drains it. Makes it anyway, 5 points, and the Sun lead by 28. Lexi Ho. In the early part of this season, shooting at a higher percent to fly. In that win at Capital One Arena, the large steals her activity level on both ends, creating for others to then set up 7 3-point fouls. And she ran into foul trouble here at Mohegan Sun a month ago tomorrow.
Nice around the perimeter, forcing the defense to shift, get out of position. Then you're at the advantage attacking as the offense.
All muscles it up.
Line and seeing the ball go through the hoop.
All this. Had a great winter at athletes here. Honing her skills there. Kelsey Mitchell, her teammate, also present. Grace Berger. Even percentage.
Free throws and layups. When you tight game, lock in. This is all focus, free throws.
Tiffany Mitchell glides in the paint. High off glass. You can count it in.
One.
Mitchell is starting to find her comfort zone. It's a review. You can't do that. Samuelson trains one. Former UConn Husky. There was a Bantam off her knee. Call it a pass. Jefferson coast to coast.
Are you going to give her a pass for that?
Ball stays low. Locked in on Bantam. Final minute of the third.
Wow.
Ball comes over.
Aggressive she has been as an on-ball defender. It's an area where she's improved greatly, and since she got into
AU. Chicago Sky. Well, maybe Hall, who has got some minutes, hasn't had much time. Berger connects.
Knocking down that three just adds that extra element to the whole game.
Mitchell carves out a lane, and Hull fouls her.
Way too much time at the line.
Oh, that thought, Megan. Day clinics are now open for home games June 28th, August 23rd, and September 1st. Berger for three. 1 second for Boston. Outlet Wheeler. He'll count it on the floor. Lasheen, thanks for being with us tonight. NBC Sports Boston, home of the Connecticut Sun. Also, those of you watching on NBA TV and WNBA League.
In that they take out their aggression on the next opponent. After losing to New York, this is what the Connecticut Sun have come out and done. They've thrown the first punch, and they have kept their foot on the one.
Indiana, 8 of 21 from deep. Boston is fed. Shot fake. Sells Thomas. 9-1 Sun lead the 3-9 Indiana Fever. As Tishane Carrington remains red. Good feeling for Carrington. While exceptional, cutting off the ball and laying the ball in, has been struggling from three. We come up on 7 to go. Thomas splits. Bonner a three. No. Caitlin Clark remains on the Fever bench. Boston has played a ton of minutes here in this second half. Fouled on the flip.
What she has done in the league ever since she's come in. She's an elite playmaker that she plays with. She is going to be a huge key in helping bring home and keep it for herself and when to take it, but also rebounding. 16 boards rather. Oh my goodness. Every time I look away, another board gets added.
Samuelson lines up a three. Got the friendly touch.
That has been key in the Fever going on this run here.
Harris tied up. Carrington picks it up and lays it home. Let's go to Tarika for the other side of the story. We'll get to Tarika in just a moment. Wheeler rattles one in.
And what it is like to win on that stage in that capacity. And she has succeeded at the highest level consistently and still can.
In the ball game, the newly acquired guard, former Dallas wing, did play some minutes in the New York Liberty game on Saturday.
Celeste Taylor, also a Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. We got a lot of good defensive players out here right now.
Oh, and Carrington.
There were some fans that were disappointed to learn that Caitlin Clark will not be the women who make the team, and it really gives her something to work forward towards for 20.
In the world in terms of exposure, but the media attention she's drawn, it's a lot for a 22-year-old to handle.
The way she's fought back and multiple-time All-Star coming off the bench a pick and half. 22 minutes for Clark. 24 rookie class. I think you very well said on your part, Megan. But something to your point.
Have won a WNBA championship, have competed with Team USA at the highest level and won gold medals. There's a lot of experience with.
Victoria Saxton has checked in for the Fever. Banham lined it up. And Dallas with a 2-0 NBA Finals lead, as well as the start of Patriots mandate. I know, I just thought
OTAs always come up so quickly, and then now we're in June, and it's, you know, it's the whole thing.
It's great. It's just making
wow,
the summer.
Time just keeps rolling.
Head west. Vegas and Seattle.
For Connecticut, headed into that stretch of 4 of the next 5 being on the road.
Veronica Burton, the lefty. With 1 minute to play. Mitchell.
Celeste Taylor had quite the college career as well, going to the NCAA tournament with Ohio State. And how about Celeste Taylor?
She's a 3-time gold medalist with Team USA as well, the FIBA U19 World Cup. Saxton is fouled. Saxton on the 2000 of Indiana. He's carved out a roster spot. Final seconds.